All right, next up we have our boy Salvatore, the 2018 Midtown Brigade champion. By the way, if you want to know, I'm gonna applaud the golf clap. All right, golf.
There's
clap.
some jackass started James White over fucking who was that bum? Gus Edwards. I'm the champion, so this fucking guy, fuck this guy. He's not gonna win 2 in a row. I'll tell you that much. But let's go. Let's go. I'm not.
Yeah, I was gonna say clearly you're not holding any.
I'm over it. I'm over it. Maximus isn't the only one waking up in the middle of the night beating their wife and kicking their dogs.
All right, so finest picking out of the nine hole. Starts off with running back Todd Gurley. Sure, look, I mean, it's Todd Gurley. So if he stays healthy, there's so much unknown about this guy. We've seen him go here. We've seen him go more like at this spot in the second round. We've seen him go all over the place.
I've never seen anybody take him over Connor.
You haven't seen
Chubb.
Anybody really?
Yeah, he's a second round guy. I mean, I see him going at the wheel, but I've never. I see Connor almost always going ahead of him. I don't think I've ever, and I see Cook going ahead of him more lately, and I see Chubb going ahead of him. ADP wise, they all go ahead of him.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, why would you? But the point is, take that chance though. Connor is so low risk.
It's an owner's personal preference in my you see what I'm saying? Like, well, look, what I will say is this: they say, don't blow your first pick. So there were safer options, in my opinion. You can
That's
go
what I'm
there.
talking about. Don't blow your first pick.
It's a PPR. Devontae's out there. Julio's out there. My opinion, you take one of those guys and you hope that Gurley makes it back. If he doesn't, guess who might be making it back? Cook, Connor, Chubb, maybe. But anyways, look, it's Todd Gurley, so...
All right, so he took Todd Gurley. He took a lot of risk when I don't think he needed to. But all right, comes back around. And this is... Wow. What the fuck is this pick? We ripped the guy the other night for taking Thielen... with the last pick of the second over Evans and different people. This guy just did it over Kelsey, Hill, forget about
Juju,
Evans, Mixon. So that I'm telling you, that's a terrible pick. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There's no way Adam Thielen goes in the beginning of the second. It just doesn't happen. Coming off that horrible second half.
Adam. Well, yeah. One, you have the horrible second half, right?
And he's white.
Right. Yeah, everybody knows white guys.
People suck.
Yeah, right. We all suck. White people suck.
White people suck.
Hashtag white people suck.
Yeah. Jesus.
Why would you put your season on the shoulders of a white man?
If you're going to do white man, take Travis Kelce there.
Right.
Take a white guy that fucking wants to be black, looks like he's black, runs like he's black.
Right. There are much better white guys you can take in there.
There's much better white guys. If you're going to do a white guy, take it. Jesus Christ.
George Kittle even, Yeah. No, so listen, I mean, here's the thing. Adam Thielen, incredible talent, right? And a great NFL player and wide receiver. But, well, no, I'm saying.
Did this guy pay you to give him a good podcast?
No, listen, I'm praising Adam Thielen as a real football player.
For real football.
But we don't play real football.
No, we don't.
We play fantasy football. And one part of fantasy football is, of course, we have to be looking at the situation. There's information that you can take in that you can essentially bank on, such as he plays for a team that wants to run the ball. Mm-hmm. Mike Zimmer, head coach that wants to run the ball. He brings in Gary Kubiak as his assistant offensive head coach, a guy that loves to run the ball. Mm-hmm. So he literally brings in a guy who says, listen, you figure out a way to run the ball effectively, because I like to do defense, and I've got a really good defense, and I want to be able to play defense. So, again, Thielen as an NFL player, no problem, but he's got Diggs there. You got a healthy Cook. You have Rudolph still, and you have a team that is okay saying we're going to win this Sunday 14-10.
Yeah, it's an inexcusable.
Then you look and you say you got a guy that's on the most high-powered offense in all of football, with a horrible defense.
Right.
So they're always going to have to be still putting up points. Fine. You don't like
Juju
Antonio
and
Brown?
Evans. If you want a receiver, if you didn't want Kelsey for whatever reason.
Well, look at Evans. He's got Bruce Arians. He's
Juju.
On a team with a horrible defense, with a coach who's known for bringing in a passing heavy offense.
It's just
those are the kind of things that you want to.
This is not even like this is almost like the Brady pick last year in the first round. It's that bad. This guy should have went 3 rounds later, but look at all the monsters ahead. They got pushed one player. Every team got another monster pushed towards them because of this pick.
Big Ben,
So anyway, really
Big Ben threw more times than any quarterback last year. I mean, so there's just-
Juju.
This is the kind
Kelsey.
of stuff you have to know. So again, it's not. Are we knocking Adam Thielen as he's not a good wide receiver? No, he's a good
Listen,
wide receiver in
knocked on-
football, but
I knocked on
you can't
Cooks
take him there.
over Allen. This is so much
Yeah, no,
worse
it's
because now you're
it's
talking
not
about
a good pick. It's
yeah,
not
it's a
good
terrible pick. All right, coming
All right,
back
but
around.
listen. So he's taking some risk because he's got Gurley in the first, and then
He took
for
the
whatever
risk with
reason, Thielen in the second. So
Comes
third
back
round comes
around.
around. He's got to secure it up.
He's
He's got to lock it up.
He's going to take like a money in the bank guy that's out potentially 10 weeks, Melvin Gordon, over
This-
Aaron Jones and Montgomery.
This is not the team to take Melvin Gordon. I have no
Yeah, and
problem
you're
if
gonna
you take
him, you don't
Melvin
take him
Gordon,
you don't take
like
him
in the
third
fourth round.
Yeah, he
and-
goes 4th or 5th.
Yeah, but if your team has to be set up,
Right.
you know, I took Melvin Gordon in draft in the 4th round. I had Zeke and Chubb at the time.
Yeah,
Granted, Zeke
you're-
wasn't solidified, but the point is, I can take that
You can
guy
take it. You know Zeke
and
was probably
feel
signing.
right, exactly.
Yeah, that's a really bad
Taking
pick.
him in the 3rd round, and now it's. I mean, who knows what's going to happen with Melvin Gordon? He may just sit.
He might sit for at least. I mean, listen, this team.
His agents have just.
Let's just keep going.
All right, let's keep going with the team.
Fourth
You're right,
round.
you're right. Fourth round,
Fourth round
Baker.
takes Baker Mayfield over Deshaun Watson. I've never seen that before.
And
I don't
listen,
understand
I'm
why
a
you would do
Browns
that.
fan, and you can't
You can't do that.
Just,
So that's
it just doesn't make sense. I mean, if it turns out you're right. Oh, and Baker, yeah, okay,
All
but
right, fine.
but you just
Maybe he
can't-
returns that value.
can't do
Maybe.
it. It just doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
so
to
you're
do
drafting him at a ceiling, and you're taking
Browns
him
have
over
a better
monster.
defense this year.
All right, so then he comes back around, and he's staring at guys like Duke Johnson, O.J. Howard, Josh Gordon. He takes Jarvis Landry. I don't understand what's happening with our champ.
It's some yeah.
Should the A be a U?
It's yeah.
Okay, so Jarvis Landry,
Confusing,
another
man.
very bad
It's
pick.
definitely confusing.
Brian's feeling sorry for you. I'm not Salvatore.
I feel like I feel like you know, an owner deserves to know why we feel it's a bad pick. I mean, look, I'm a Browns fan. I understand Jarvis Landry.
Maybe
you're
he
looking
is
at
too, right?
maybe
At
you're
this
looking
point.
at the you know the big reception total. The challenge is with Landry this year, of course, is OBJ is there, and it's not even really that. It's the whole Browns offense, for that matter. I mean, I love Baker and you know and OBJ and all this, but their defense has gotten better. So I just don't. I mean, Landry to me, what are you looking for there? I mean, you're looking at a guy that is probably going to be more of his big week is going to be he got 6 or 7 catches.
Yeah, that would be
We talked about it earlier. You know,
six for 70 because he always
hey.
catches short passes.
Right,
He doesn't
right.
catch long ones.
Right,
He doesn't
so-
get red zone.
Landry got me a 13 or a 14,
Yeah,
but
that's your
he
big
doesn't
week.
offer you that big upside that you know 20 plus points win you your week. I
All right,
just,
so that's another pick
I don't
that
like
just.
it.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could have had Josh Gordon, a potential number one for his team. You could have. I know. You know.
Yeah,
You
just
don't
going
have a
tight end
tight
there.
end. You could take O.J. Howard there. You could take Hunter Henry. So all right. So then he comes back and he takes Darius Geis.
I like that
now,
pick.
That's a good pick.
I like
That's
that
a pick that now he's starting to be the talk of the town. AP's got almost no role except just a backup.
Darius
So
Geis going
I
to
like
get
the
every
Darius.
opportunity
Yep.
to be the man in that
It's
backfield.
a tough
now,
team.
Right.
It's a tough team.
It's similar to Drake. I mean, you know, the
Similar,
problem is
Mixon, bad line.
Right.
But he's getting maybe his big tackle, Trent Williams, back.
No, it's worse
Listen,
than Mixon, though. I mean-
I like Darius Geis, and I think it's a good pick, considering the only guys ahead of him in this round. I mean, Lindsey, he's sharing the backfield a little bit.
Yeah, he could've went
Eckler probably would have been better since you have Melvin Gordon. But anyway,
Yeah,
you took
okay.
Darius Geis, we're not
All
going
right.
to crucify you, especially since it's so much better than the last 4 picks. It looks like the greatest pick of the draft right now. Coming back in the 7th, Austin Hooper. Oof. I mean, listen, Austin Hooper catches the ball. It's a PPR league. There really wasn't much left except Trey Burton.
Well, at tight end.
At tight end, I'm saying like if
But
you
he still only has 2.
panicked at tight
Okay,
end,
but listen, he still only has 2 wide receivers at this point. They
You
could have
see,
taken Sanders.
Jarvis Landry should have been O.J. Howard. Then he comes back with Geis, and then he doesn't have to
Whoa.
do this. In the 7th
Right,
round, he doesn't
right.
have to do this. He could take Lat Murray. He could take Westbrook. He could do different things.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, he takes Austin Hooper. He just says, "Oh my God, there's no more tight ends," and he takes him.
And he passes
after
over Sanders, Westbrook. Well,
Yep.
he gets Watkins, obviously. But
Winds up
the,
Watkins,
you know,
which I'm not really sure.
But this could have been like Kirk and Watson or Watkins, or this could have been D.D. Westbrook and Watkins. And then you say, you know, okay, I got Thielen, Landry, those 2 guys, and you know.
Could have taken Mike Williams instead of Watkins. I mean, I just don't like the Watkins pick. I'm not a big fan of the number 4 option in an offense. Number 1 is probably either Kelsey or Hill. The other one's 2. The third one is Damian Williams, and then you got the fourth one is Watkins with a rookie, dynamic rookie, and he's always hurt. Just don't like the pick. I think it's bad.
You have a piece of that offense. I mean, I'm not
Mike Williams, Jesus Christ. Why not take Mike Williams or Christian Kirk there? All right, coming back around, at this point, you can't take a kicker. You have to solidify this team. You don't have, you have a block tight end. Your running backs are questionable. Your receivers are even more questionable. So anyway, you took Tucker. I don't take Tucker. I'd take anybody else. I'd take any of these next picks. Dante Pettis, Chris Thompson, Larry Fitzgerald, Mark Andrews, any of them. Come back with
Justin Jackson. He has Melvin Gordon.
Yeah,
so he goes Geis. Okay, so he goes Geis over Eckler. Fine. Okay, we like Geis, so no problem there. But now you're given a second opportunity to grab a part of that Chargers backfield in case Melvin Gordon doesn't end up signing.
He misses that for a defense. He takes a kicker and a defense in a row. Misses out on Justin Jackson.
That's not a good pick.
Just really sad to see this happen to such a nice guy. In the 11th round, we're coming through. He takes Sutton over Allison, over Metcalf. I don't do either one of those. I just don't. I don't know. Call me crazy. Coming back around in the 12th round, he takes Nyheim Hines.
Sure. I mean, look what's there. I mean, at this point.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a second quarterback, but he ends up with a good one, so it works out.
If I'm taking a running back, I'd probably take Bernard.
Okay, all right.
But whatever, Hines, whatever, we're splitting hairs.
Right.
Coming back with Jordan Reed in the 13th round instead of Waller, 7 concussions. Wow. I don't want anything to do with Jordan Reed, but people still believe in him somehow. Coming back around the 14th round, he takes Garoppolo, which becomes his second quarterback behind Baker. Nice 1-2 punch. Yeah. Coming back in the 15th, he takes Crowder. That's a nice pick, Crowder in the 15th. Coming back around, Chris Conley, waiver wire fodder.
Where did Conley go?
It doesn't matter. It is irrelevant.
It doesn't matter.
It is irrelevant.
That's a great answer. I forgot where he went. I honestly did.
I'll tell you in a second. It's irrelevant. But he is on. Wow, he's on Jacksonville. Jesus Christ. He's even more relevant.
Well, at least he's on a high-powered throw-first offense.
You know, a top 3 quarterback. Like Terry says, he's going to throw 32 touchdowns.
Nick Foles is going to throw 2 a week.
All right, so New York's finest, last year's champ.
We're going to get to him when we do the breakdown.
Not this year's champ.
It's already out there. The cat's out of the bag. Cat's out of the bag.